Okay, guys, I just wanted to provide you with a little bit of more information on the culminating activity. So, just a few things as we're going through this. Um, all you have this week, guys, is just to try to nail down a topic um, based on what you want to research. That's due this Friday, 24th. Okay, so let me just go through each one of these parts so we all make sure we're on the same page. So, you're going to be researching the impact that our current situation with the coronavirus and COVID-19 has had on the economy. Okay, so very broad, very wide range of topics that are available for you. A lot of information that's out there from a lot of different sources. All right, so need you to choose two of the topics from B to get started. So, as a separate attachment, I'll have sent out to you guys. It'll be where you actually submit what your two topics are from the ones listed. Okay, so that is due on Friday. So again, you've got basically this whole week to hammer down which topics you want to focus on, which in particular, that COVID-19 has had a impact on. All right. So again, I would just start by doing some quick internet searches, and you'll find a ton of different things that are out there. Okay. So supply and demand, elasticity. Remember, that's the measure of how much supply and demand is impacted by price changes. Business cycles. Okay. Your expansions, your contractions, your peaks, and your troughs. Recession would be more specifically, a type of, phase of the business cycle where you enter two quarters of contraction in a row, so 6 months. That would make a recession. Interest rates, all right, and that the Federal Reserve sets. Unemployment, so the number of Americans who are unemployed. Opportunity costs. Remember, all decisions have costs. All decisions have trade-offs. Your opportunity cost is when you make a choice, what was your second best choice? What was your alternative that you could have done? Production possibilities, right? Different possible, items, goods, services, what have you, that a country or that an economy could produce. Remember, guns or butter. Okay. One optional or one supplemental topic that you may choose that wasn't directly covered in class, but you could definitely research and might be interesting on your own. Company earnings, revenues. Okay. And then if there's something that's not listed that you think would be interesting that would fit the topic, just send me an email and let me know, what that might be. And, I'll let you know if I approve it or I'll tell you kind of where you need to go from there. Okay. So you need to cite two credible sources per topic, right? So you have two topics to choose from, two sources times two topics. Okay. So 4 sources. They can be news articles, magazine articles, videos, or anything else deemed credible. Okay. There's been a lot reported on the spread. Okay. Some true, some opinion, some politically biased, some conspiracy theory. You have to make sure you do your research and be careful and cite using credible sources. Let me know if you need help with that, or let me know if you're unsure of something and you think, man, maybe this is a little bit sticky. This one's a little bit, I'm unsure. You can always just send it to me ahead of time. Like, hey, what do you think about this? And I'll say, hey, be careful about this. Or I'll say, hey, that's a great find. Okay. All right. So that's the first kind of check benchmark. The second benchmark is going to be your format due April 29th, which is next Wednesday. All right. How are you going to present your information? Okay. This might be a flip grid. This might be a pamphlet. This might be infographic, some kind of poster, some kind of Google slide, or something that isn't even on here. But again, just email me ahead of time and let me know, well, I want to do this. Would this work? I'll be like, yeah, or think about this instead or whatever. Okay. So here's your requirements. Okay. So number one, what's the industry or the company or the product that you're looking at? Okay. Are we talking about just the oil industry? Are we just talking about pharmaceutical groups? Are we just talking about technological groups? The entire United States economy? All right. So again, you might start looking into one topic and feel like you're finding a lot of information on a different industry, and you might want to say, all right, well, let me go ahead and think about this topic instead. Okay, there's a lot that's out there. Okay, apply one concept, principle, or idea that we learned about in this semester. Okay, to your information. All right, so you want to explain that concept, whether it's supply and demand or what have you. All right, when examining and analyzing your article. Okay, this is the main meat and potatoes of your finished product. Okay, so for example, if I was referencing an article, we talked about supply and demand of iPhone, how that's influenced by the virus. I could relate to either what's happening to the law of supply or the law of demand. Okay, number 3, what's being done, if anything, to change or fix the fallout from COVID-19? What's the solution? What are businesses doing? What are the industries doing? What's the economy doing to kind of get to that equilibrium? Okay. And number 4, what did you learn about the outlook for the future? What is going to happen to that industry or to that economy or whatever it is that you're looking at as a result of A, the consequences from the virus, and B, the solution that the industry had to take. Okay. So again, there's a lot of different examples, guys, that you can choose for a format. As such, there's no specific length, quote unquote, requirement. Okay. We're looking at how thoroughly you're responding to the requirements, and also we're looking at your rubric. Okay. So this is your 10% culminating activity of your final semester grade. All right. You want to make sure you reach those minimum requirements. You want to make sure your attendance is up there. So make sure you're continuing on your do nows. All right. And you got to make sure that you complete this just, by May 8th. Okay. 11:59 p.m. So that's 3 Fridays from now. So you have essentially 3 weeks to get this done. So let's take a look at the rubric real quick. Okay. So the rubric on here, guys, again, this is applied to each article individually. Okay, so you'll receive 2 separate scores for your finished product. All right, because remember, you have to have two topics. All right, and also 2 articles per topic. Right. So it's well defined and explained. All right, the partially defined and explained. Relevance to economics is still there. Okay. Now it becomes, all right, the article is vague, topics unclear, and it's still a little bit relevant to economics, but it's not completely clear. Okay. And you can see what number 1 gets you. Here's your analysis. Did you meet all the requirements for analysis? How about 3 of them, 2 of them, 1 of them? All right. They're all listed out there previously. Okay. And then again, they're listed right here. Okay. So that's a rubric. Again, guys, as always, just let me know if you have any questions, anything I can clear up for you. All right. So you can see I put right here under this assignment here that is due May 8th, 11:59 p.m. just so that you're aware right there. But remember, guys, you'll be getting different assignments for each of the individual deadlines. Okay. So for this week, you're choosing those 2 topics from the list and doing a little bit of research. I'll have a supplemental assignment that comes out where you'll hammer that down and decide exactly what you're doing. Okay. So again, don't forget to stay on top of your stuff, guys. Good luck in your research. Again, let me know if there's anything that I can evaluate for you or help you guys out with in terms of the credibility of sources. And I'm excited to read what you guys find. All right. Good luck, guys. Have a good one.